Hi guys, welcome toy friends, welcome back to the channel. I've been away for a while and unfortunately it means I haven't been able to get any content out. Hopefully over the next couple of days I'll be able to record some content so I don't get into this situation again. I was busy at work, it was my birthday. I went to London for the day, checked out some geeky spots, checked out Park Row, which if you haven't heard of it is a Batman inspired restaurant in London and it is fantastic, but it's very expensive. If you're a Batman fan, DC fan, it's definitely worth going and checking out. I also went to Savile Row and checked out the Huntsman store, which is the store they use for the Kingsman store in the Kingsman movie. So yeah, it was a good birthday, did some nerdy stuff, work, and just generally didn't have time to record any content. The next couple of weeks, like I say, I've got some time off. I'm hoping to get a load of content out to you. Today will be my movie haul for April. April, like I say, was my birthday month and I've got an insanely big haul. Recently, I've upgraded my Blu-ray player to a multi-regional player. I've had a multi-regional DVD player for years, but I've only just got around to getting a multi-regional Blu-ray. So I'm filling in gaps in the collection that I haven't been able to get previously because of region coding. So I've got 4 piles here. I've got a pile of stuff that I picked up at charity shops or thrift shop stores. I've got a bunch of stuff I picked up secondhand from trade-in stores or off eBay. I've got a load of imports that I've ordered, obviously, from now that I've got the multi-regional player and I've got my new releases. I've also planned on this week on getting my toy haul for April done, which is also massive. Well, massive for me, maybe not for other people on YouTube. And I'm also going to be putting out another haul video this month, which is kind of the graphic novels, trades, books, comics. I normally add them into either my toys or Blu-rays, depending on what I've got the most of in the month. I'll add that into the smaller haul, but I forgot last month, and this month I've got quite a few bits. So I've got quite a few books and comics and stuff that have built up. So I'm going to give them their own individual one-off video this month, and I've got a few other non-toy movie geeky things I'd like to show you in that haul as well. But let me stop rambling and get onto the haul for this month. We'll start with the new releases, and this is the only 4K I've picked up this month. This is Spider-Man No Way Home. This is fantastic. There's the discs there inside. Love this movie. For me, the best Marvel movie since Endgame. I have seen Doctor Strange. I saw that last weekend. I thought that was okay, pretty good. Didn't stand up to this. And for me, it's not as good as Shang-Chi either. But this is my first pickup, my only 4K of the month, Spider-Man No Way Home. My next pickup is Infinite. This is Mark Wahlberg and Chetwell Effajaw, if I've pronounced that correctly. This was on Amazon Prime in the UK. It's just a normal silver disc inside. It's a movie about a gentleman who lives. He can remember his previous lives, and because of that, he's part of this secret sort of society of infinites. It's quite a good movie. It's sort of. I don't think it would have particularly done well at cinema. Maybe a straight to DVD movie. I've also picked up Moonfall. And there's the disc there. This is Roland Emmerich, who did Independence Day, 2012. He's really well known for his disaster movies. This one has a sci-fi twist. Independence Day has a sci-fi twist to it. This has a sci-fi twist to it. It's okay. It's not one of his better movies, and I know some people have absolutely hated it, but I quite enjoyed it. I saw this one at the cinema. And then the last new pickup is Scream. This is the new Scream, the 2022 Scream. It's got a slip cover, and there's the disc inside, just a plain silver disc. I really enjoyed this. I think this is the best sequel since the original. It's got most of the original cast back, whoever survived, are back in this one. And I really enjoyed it. I thought this was a really good movie. Okay, these are my charity shop, thrift shop pickups. Some of these are to fill gaps. So I've got Ocean's 8. This is the all-female led cast with Sandra Bullock, Anne Hathaway. Just the standard blue disc. Yeah, this cost me £1 a buck, something like that, and it just fills out my Oceans collection. So I have seen this. I saw this when it first came out, but I can't really remember it too well. One of my favourite spoof movies of all time. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. If you haven't seen this, it's hilarious. It's the Wayans brothers. There's the disc there. And this spoof stuff like, obviously, Don't Be a Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, stuff like that. And it's just super funny. Really funny. Next is a movie I hadn't really heard of, and this is USS Indianapolis. It's Nicolas Cage, it's James Remar. This tells the story of the Indianapolis, which is the boat that sunk, and then the crew got attacked by sharks. And I didn't know they had made this movie. I love shark movies, I like war movies, so this is kind of a mix of the both. Looking forward to checking this out. I haven't watched this one yet. Kind of forgot I picked it up. It's just when I was sorting out the movies to show you guys that I remembered I picked it up. Next was Wall Street. This has got a card slip as well. There's the disc there inside. Michael Douglas, one of Michael Douglas's most famous films. This I got in a charity shop, 49p. Found it, love it. I love this movie. Going to check it out again on Blu-ray. I haven't watched it in a few years. And then Planet Earth 2. I love animal documentaries, and this was really cheap. I think it was £1. It's the type of thing that I'll probably watch and then trade in. I won't keep this in the collection. But for £1, I didn't mind picking it up. I'll definitely be giving that a check out, and it's even got its slipcover. Okay. So next we'll do my second-hand pickups from sort of eBay and CEX and stuff. And this is from CEX. I'm going for a bit of an Anna Kendrick phase at the moment. Really liking watching her kind of stuff, and I've watched a few movies with her. And this is Mike and Dave Need Wedding Date. It's a comedy. I've seen this. I think I saw this when it first went on Sky a few years ago, and I do struggle sometimes with, is it Adam Devine? This not Zach, Adam Devine. I sometimes find him a little bit annoying. I struggle with Charlie Day as well. Adam Devine and Charlie Day are two actors I struggle with, but it's kind of your apple pie, American Pie style sort of crude comedy. I think I paid £1 for it. The only problem with CX is they put these damn stickers on there, and they're quite tough to get off, so I've got to work at getting those off. And while we're talking about crude comedies, the next thing I picked up was Sausage Party. It's got a plastic slip. And there's the disc inside. If you haven't seen this, it's an animated movie, but it's not for children. Really not for children. There you go. It's 18 rated in the UK. Crude comedy, crude animated comedy, but very funny. I thought it was very funny. Next up is another CEX pickup. This was cheap again, about £1. It's Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr. to fill out my Robert Downey Jr. collection. I did see this at the cinema. It's very... There's the disc there. It's got a nice picture disc. I do prefer picture discs to plain discs. It's got a very... I'm trying to think to compare it to something. I suppose it's a bit like the Doolittle movies with Eddie Murphy. It's kind of that child sort of area. I've spent the last few years trying to fill out my Arrowverse collection, or DC TV book collections in general. And I picked up The Flash. This is season 5. Oh. There you go, it's just got the plain blue discs. I've got seasons 1, 2, 3. I'm missing 4 now, I've got 5. I've got Arrows 1 to 5. And this is another one for that collection. This is Stargirl, the first season. This one come with a slip, and this will probably just have the standard blue discs inside as well. Stargirl I haven't really watched. I did start watching it. It was on Amazon Prime in the UK, but I never finished the season, so looking forward to checking that one out again. The next two are childhood movies of mine that I picked up quite cheap during the month. Beethoven and Beethoven's Second. Charles Grodin. I love Charles Grodin. If you've seen, it's called Taking Care of Business in the States. It was called Filofax over here. He was in that with James Belushi. He's also in Midnight Run with Robert De Niro, which is brilliant. One of my favourite comedies of all time. But the Beethoven movies. I picked up Sonic the Hedgehog. I've got this on digital because this came out during the pandemic, and I just wanted to watch something new. And they put it out to buy on digital, so I bought it digital. Never got around to picking up a physical copy. With the second movie coming out, which I haven't seen yet, I thought I'd better pick this up. So I picked up Sonic the Hedgehog. Edward Scissorhands, fantastic movie, but just never got around to picking it up on Blu-ray, so I picked this one up this month. There it is. It was quite cheap. So Edward Scissorhands there. Johnny Depp, obviously going through a lot at the moment, but one of his most famous roles. Cheap Thrills. Again, this is another movie that I haven't really heard of, and I saw it on Sky one day. There you go. It's a film about some gentlemen who are bet money. They're down on their luck, and this couple come into their lives and start betting them money to do stupid things like cut off their fingers and stuff. So that's Cheap Thrills. This next one is one of my favourite animated movies of the last few years. This was on Netflix in the UK. It's Mitchell versus the Machines. It's done by the team. There's the disc. This is quite cool. This was done by the team behind Spider-Verse, Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse. Very similar kind of humour and animation style. Really, really enjoyed this. If you haven't seen it, it's really worth checking out. I've added to my Gundam collection this month with Charles Counterattack there. This is, there you go. This is I got from all the anime in the UK. They had a really good sale on buy one get one free, and this is one of the movies that I picked up in that time. I think I paid $9.99 for this, where it's normally about £15 just for this. And I also got this with it, which is a movie I haven't seen, but I've heard of tremendous stuff about. It's Your Name. It's an animated movie, an anime movie. There's the disc there. So yeah, looking forward to checking this out. I've heard nothing but good things about this. A lot of people saying this is possibly the best anime movie of all time. So going to check that one out. The next one, again, is part of this. I said I was on an Anna Kendrick kick at the moment. That's Anna Kendrick, A Simple Favour. There's the disc, another picture disc there, with Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife. So yeah, A Simple Favour. Again, cheap. It was a couple of pounds. Picked that one up. Picked this up because I didn't have it, and I picked up the first one. It's Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, with Shia LaBeouf and Michael Douglas. It's a 2-disc one there, digital and a standard. But again, just a couple of pounds. Picked it up, so I had both movies. The Deep, sort of a horror kind of ocean movie. Never seen it. 101 Films collection. Thought I'd pick it up. It was quite cheap. And then the next one is The Fountain. I've heard really good things about that. This is why I picked it up. I've never seen the movie. It's Hugh Jackman and Rachel Weisz. There you go, picture disc again. Not heard anything about it. Seen it, but heard it. Sorry, I have heard that it's very good, but never seen it. So thought I'd pick it up. It was only, like I say, very cheap again. And then my only DVD of the month, and this is a sports movie, and it's The Winning Season with Sam Rockwell. I've not seen this, not heard anything about it. I found it while I was looking for some other stuff on eBay. It was really cheap, and I love sports movies. I'm actually working on a video at the moment of my top 10 sports movies. So if you can think of any obscure sports movies, please drop them in the comments. I might have forgotten about them. I'm also working on a video from my favourite childhood cartoons, and I keep finding stacks and stacks of stuff I'd forgotten about. So my last pile is imports. So this is stuff that I've had imported for my Region 3 player. First one is Hit and Run. This is Dax Shepard. This is one of the very last movies that came out while I was a manager for Blockbuster Video. And there you go, picture disc there inside. This is a Nordic import, so it's from Sweden, sort of Finland, that kind of area. But it's got the English audio. Hit and Run. So yeah, kind of picked this up because, like I say, I was a manager for Blockbuster, loved the job, and this was one of the last releases that came out while I was working there. Childhood film here, The Indian in the Cupboard. Haven't picked this up. I've not had this in my collection since VHS, I don't think. And I saw I was looking for some other stuff, and this came up. So this is imported. This is an American release, The Indian in the Cupboard. Another childhood release. I was looking for this when I found The Indian in the Cupboard. This is The Page Master with Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd. There you go. This is half live action, half animated movie. Made obviously when Macaulay Culkin was at the height of his fame. Next is a movie I hadn't seen before. It's The Long Shots. I watched this the other day with my wife, and we both really enjoyed it. It's based on a true story about the first girl to ever play in I think it's some kind of pee-wee football state final with Ice Cube, and it was actually a really good sports movie. I don't think it'll make it into my top 10, but it was really, really good, and I'm glad I checked it out. Another childhood movie here, Mac and Me. If you've seen this film, it's basically a rip-off of E.T. and a walking McDonald's advert. But I watched it when I had it as a kid and I loved it. I made my wife watch it the other day. She'd never heard of it and she hated me for making her watch it. But Mac and me into the collection. The next one I'm probably going to get hate for from everyone on the internet, and this is Catwoman. Halle Berry's Catwoman. I haven't seen this film since the year it came out, I don't think, which was sometime around 2000, I think. 2009 maybe. But this is my OCD kicking in again. I wanted to try and get every single DC / Marvel movie that was available on Blu-ray. This was one that was missing. Now I've got a multi-regional player. I was able to pick it up. I didn't pay a lot for it. I've got no plans to watch it anytime soon, which many people might be thinking, well, why did you buy it? I will watch it because, like I say, I haven't seen it in probably 15 plus years. So I'll check it out to remember how bad it was. Next one up is Arachnophobia. My wife has arachnophobia. She has a serious issue with spiders, so I haven't managed to watch this one yet. I have to watch it when I'm home alone. But this is another film I probably haven't seen in 10, 15 years. I saw it when it first came out and I've never really watched it ever again. But looking forward to re-checking it out. It's something that kind of one of those films that I always forget about that exists, and it just popped up while I was looking for something else. And then this I picked up, yes, because Will Smith slapped Chris Rock and reminded me of the film. I watched it the other day and I forgot how good it was, actually. I really enjoyed watching this movie. Again, G.I. Jane with Demi Moore. I thought this was really glad I picked this up. I've got this cheap off eBay. This is an American pickup. Most of these are American pickups, but G.I. Jane. Next is the Leprechaun collection. This is a 7-film collection. So they're all, it's got like a flipper bit inside with all the discs. This is 1 to 7. So I think 7 is the one that's got Hornswoggle from WWE in it. The first one obviously famously has Jennifer Aniston in one of her film roles. I really enjoyed, this is kind of my kind of era of horror. The Leprechaun, Jason, Freddy, all that kind of stuff. And it was to pick this up from the States was a lot cheaper than trying to pick them all up in the UK market. So I think I paid about £15 for this, and it's all 7 movies, so I was quite happy with that. So that's the Leprechaun 7-film collection. Next is another childhood favourite of mine. This is an Australian import. This is the Monster Squad. Now, the Australian, I say this is an import. They're actually the same region code as us in the UK. There's the disc there. And I was looking for, I think it's Shout Factory or Shout Select, or it might even be Arrow in America. They've done an issue of this, and I found this and it was a lot cheaper. Not available in the UK. The Monster Squad, if you've seen this, it's one of my favourite films as a child, so looking forward to checking this one out again, Monster Squad. Next is Body Slam. This is a Kino Lorber release. I picked this film up on DVD only a couple of years ago. It hadn't been available in the UK since VHS until a couple of years ago, and then they released it on DVD, and now I've got it on Blu-ray. This is Face from the A-Team. Dirk Benedict. And this film also has Rowdy Roddy Piper in it. It also has Captain Lou Albano, if you remember him from wrestling. So it's just your standard Kino Lorber. And it's the story of a he manages Roddy Piper and his tag team partner, who in this is one of the Anawahu family, one of the Rocks family. I think it's Tonga Kid or something. And it's kind of a sports comedy. And I hadn't seen, and like I say, I hadn't picked it up until it came out on DVD a few years ago, and now it's on Blu-ray, so I picked that up as well, Body Slam. And last for this month is another sports movie. Like I say, I'm working on my top 10 sports movies, so I've been picking this up. This isn't available in the UK yet. This is American Underdog, so I got this one imported from America. And this is the sort of biopic of Kurt Warner, who, for those of you who don't know, he was an American football player who went undrafted. I think he was the first undrafted quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, Zachary Levi playing Kurt Warner. And this movie was really good fun. I really enjoyed watching this one. Again, not sure it'll make it in my top 10, but definitely worth a watch. And that's American Underdog. So that's it for this month. Like I say, it was a big month for pickups, a big month for movies in general for me. I saw Doctor Strange at the cinema. I thought that was very good, but not quite top level for me. So thank you again, guys. I'm actually on Instagram at nerdmania80 if you'd like to go over there and check that out. I tend to put up figure news on there, so new stuff that's been announced, but occasionally you might see the odd thing that I've got in to the collection earlier than you would on the channel, if you'd like to go and check that out. And I'd just like to say, if this is your first time here, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And like I say, if you're into your toys, and stuff like that, I've got all that coming later this week, hopefully. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.